Hi everyone, I'm Chef Landi and this is Pastaplusbylandi. Today I'm going to make for you potato gnocchi with, and the sauce will have pesto with Parmesan cheese, sunflower, and basil. First we're going to start by peeling the potato, and then okay, I'm gonna peel one potato that will be good for two people, for two orders. Okay. Now almost finished, done with the peeling the potato. Okay, I'm gonna take this out from here. Okay. I'm going to dice the potato. I'm going to cut in half and then in quarters again. Okay, and now here I have, when we boil the potato, it's good to start with cold water, so the potato will boil from inside out. Okay, I salted the water and I'm going to cover this, and we're going to wait for the potato to boil for 10-15 minutes. And then here I have the salted water for the potato gnocchi. Now this is boiling. I boiled some potato before, and I did this because when we make gnocchi, it's necessary to boil the potato and to chill out for 1 hour or so, because when we start to roll the potatoes to create gnocchi, if the potatoes are hot, they will never create the form of the gnocchi that we want to. And here I have the ingredients for the potato gnocchi. I have here 2 cups of mashed potato, and I mashed the potato before, and I put 1 tablespoon of butter for flavor. And then here I have 1 egg. I'm going to crack the egg, and then I'm going to mix the gnocchi, the mashed potato with the egg. And then here, for 2 cups of mashed potato, I have 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. I'm going to use this little by little, and I'm going to incorporate the mashed potato with the flour. So now I have this here, and I'm going to add some more flour again. And then, okay. And then now we'll see that the mashed potato is looking more to a potato dough. Okay, I'm gonna continue adding the flour on the mashed potato. And then it seems like this is getting the shape of the dough. So now I'm gonna start making dough, and I'm gonna start working with the top of the fingers. Again, same thing like when we do the pasta dough, we are going to make the gnocchi dough, but that is easier than pasta. So don't be scared to make homemade gnocchi by thinking that will be too hard for you to make your own gnocchi in home. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a little more. Okay. Today we are making one of my favorite gnocchi, that is potato. I did with a roasted potato, but you can make with sweet potato, ricotta, parmigiano, gnocchi, and with purple potato. If you have celebration or for Valentine's Day, usually chefs use purple. And then with butternut squash gnocchi, and then have vegan gnocchi and vegetarian gnocchi, and go on and on. So this is a recipe that I grew up eating, and since when my grandmother used to make for me, and then I still love that, same as I used to do when I was little. Now I'm going to add a little more flour. Usually for 2 cups of mashed potato, it is good to use 1.5 cups flour. So it's the point when you make a gnocchi that if you put too much flour, then the gnocchi will get too like piece of stone, and then if it doesn't have enough flour, when you boil the gnocchi, will melt again and will turn to mashed potato again. So flour and egg will combine all this mashed potato and create the gnocchi dough that we want to. So again, I'm going to do a little more. Okay, perfect. Now this is looking nice. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to add a little more flour. And then I'm going to mash a little more. And then I will keep this in the fridge. And I'm going to make the pesto sauce. So in meantime, I'm working with the water is getting hot. The gnocchi dough is done. And I'm going to make the pesto sauce. And then after we're going to cut the gnocchi, we're going to boil, and then we're going to start making the sauce. So gnocchi and the sauce will come in the same time. I'm going to keep this in the fridge for until we are ready with making gnocchis. So I'm going to put this here. Okay. And now I'm going to make the pesto sauce. Here I have, I'm going to blend the pesto sauce here. I have 2 cups of, I'm going to use less than 2 cups of basil leaves. And then here I have, for the sauce, I have sunflower. I roasted before. It's 2/3 of the cup. Okay. And then I have Parmigiano. I'm going to add here 4 ounces of Parmigiano. And then I'm going to add extra virgin olive oil. I have half cup. Okay, I'm going to use half cup for this. And then now, this is the easy way of doing the pesto. So you put all in here and then blend this together. Now I'm going to taste first. It's so good. I'm going to add a little salt and a little pepper. And since the pesto is a little thick, I'm going to add a little more olive oil and little Parmigiano. Okay. And then I'm going to close this. I'm going to blend it again. Okay. Okay, and here you have pesto, fresh basil pesto. It takes a minute to put all this together. I'll keep this here until we are ready to make the sauce for the gnocchi. So now, here I have the gnocchi that we did before, the dough. Okay, I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to start making the gnocchi. Now, I'm going to need, when we work with pasta, fresh pasta and gnocchi, we use lots of flour. Flour is the best friend of the pasta dough. So now I'm going to cut this in quarter. This here and this here. Okay. I'm going to keep this here and I'm going to start to make gnocchi. Okay, so it's better to put very little flour in the cutting board just to separate. The flour will help the gnocchi separate from the cutting board and from your hand. So now I'm going to roll this here, little like this, so we create nice shape. And then we're going to open and create the gnocchi forms that we want to. And all the time, the secret of creating the gnocchi is start from the center of the dough and go out. And then just keep rolling the gnocchi back and forth, and keep the hand on top of the dough. If you do it the wrong way, the gnocchi will doesn't look nice. So here you have the first shape of the gnocchi, and we're going to cut this after. I'm going to make another piece here. Little flour again. Okay. And then we're going to roll this again, same thing like we did before. Okay. It is very, very easy to do, to make gnocchi in home. Okay. One more. So I made dough for more than what we're gonna need for today, but again, gnocchi is something I like to eat all the time. So we'll stay there for tomorrow and I'm gonna have for lunch. Okay. Now, here I have this gnocchi that just enough for today. I'm gonna put this here and this here. And then with knife, I'm gonna start to cut the gnocchi. So you can do this one at a time. So if you do it for people that are, for the first time, it's nice to try to cut the gnocchi one piece at a time. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we have gnocchi, the gnocchi that we see when we go shopping in the store. So now you can make your own gnocchi in home. Now I have this here. I'm going to cut this now 2 at a time, or you can do 3 at a time. And if you make gnocchi for more than 1 or 2 people, it's nice to cut the gnocchi when you have 2 or 3 lines together. So the gnocchi will cut all in the same size. And it's good for presentation, but it's very good to boil the gnocchi in the same time as well. So here is the potatoes that I diced and I was boiling to make mashed potato to create the gnocchi dough. I'm going to put this on the side, and then now I'm going to have the saucepan, and we're going to make the gnocchi for dinner tonight. So here is the saucepan, and I'm going to have some heavy cream. Okay. I have the gnocchi here. I'll keep these pieces for later. I'll take this off. Very important to clean the station when you work, even you work in your own kitchen. Okay, this here. And then now I'm going to start. So the saucepan is hot, warm. I'm going to add some pesto. Look at this. It's so green. It's fresh and it's so green. It's so good. Now I'm going to add the heavy cream. So we're going to put some more flavor in the pesto. Okay, little more. And now you saw that change the color. It's green, bright, nice. And then here we have the water. Very important when you boil in pasta, when you boil gnocchi, to add, first of all, you must have enough water, and the second, salted. And then before you drop the gnocchi in the water must boil a lot. So this is one of the secrets that I have for boiling the perfect gnocchi. And then here, I'm going to drop the gnocchi for you. Okay. And the sauce is getting ready. Okay. Now the sauce is perfectly done. I'm going to taste for more seasoning. I love pesto. Okay. It's very good. Taste basil, salty from the Parmigiano. It's just amazing sauce. Okay, and here I have the plate. I'm going to add little water on the pesto, the same water that we are boiling the gnocchi. Okay, so we like to have the sauce have to be thick, but not too thick. And if it's too thick, then we'll stick on the gnocchi and the sauce. If it's dry, it's not good. So now the sauce is almost ready. Gnocchi, now this you can tell when the pasta or gnocchi are ready, when they start to come up. After 1 minute or 2, since we are working with fresh gnocchi, it takes like no more than 2 minutes, and this gnocchi looks amazing. Look at that, it's delicious. So here we have gnocchi and the sauce. I'm going to lower the heat here on the sauce. Pesto sauce is very delicate and must work very slowly to keep the sauce the way you want, like kind of liquid, like creamy basil sauce. And here we have the gnocchi all boiled. And then I'm going to try to take this. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Now here we have pesto potato gnocchi. It looks amazing. It's delicious. I won't jump in this skillet. That's how nice it is. So here we have the gnocchi, and then very nice. Okay, and now we're going to plate the gnocchi. Okay, it is so creamy. It's so good. Oh, delicious. Little more. I love gnocchi, so it's good. Now, the best part of my job is tasting the food. And here we're going to taste the gnocchi. I'm going to add some more Parmigiano. Amazing. I love Parmigiano. Never get tired of that. Here we have. And then I'm going to taste the gnocchi. Let's see. Oh, smell basil. So good. It's so creamy. It's so delicious. It's salty. Basil aroma. And this is my perfect dish for you. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye.